Merry meet everyone, and welcome back to My Pagan Life. The title of this video may come as a shock to you, and in case any of this sounds kind of scary, don't worry, I'll try my very best to explain what this is all about. In this video, I want us to take a look back at everything we've done this past year, and I also want to take this opportunity to tell you guys a little bit about a life decision I've made, a decision I've made for my own future, and more specifically, the future of my pagan life, and I want us to talk a little bit about what this will ultimately mean for all of us. So, let's just start off with the most obvious thing, which is that we've reached the end of this year, guys. Can you believe it? I mean, 2020 has been such a crazy year that none of us could have really seen it coming. Now, due to the current state of our world, it's been an extremely tough year for many. For others, it's been a chance to explore new opportunities. And if we're being completely honest, for many of us, myself included, it's been a little bit of both. Now, with all that being said, this year has actually been a surprisingly good year for my pagan life. You see, exactly 1 year ago, as the end of 2019 was drawing near, I sat down and I really thought about my journey with my pagan life up until that point. I tried to think back to what it was like making my very first few videos here on the channel back in 2015. I reflected upon all the successes and failures I'd had, both considering statistics and just how I felt about things in general. And not to mention, I reminisced over all the interactions that I've had with people over the years, all thanks to this channel. And so, going into 2020, I made a goal for myself. 2020 was going to be a great year. 2020 would be the year when I unlocked my inner potential as a creator. I was just gonna go all in. I was planning to make the best content I had ever made on My Pagan Life ever, and I decided that I'd be consistent as well. I was gonna upload once a week, one video a week, and I was not gonna miss a single one. And so that's basically what I did. Well, more or less. Throughout this year, I've made a few tutorials, I've talked about some interesting and controversial topics, if I dare say so myself, of course, and I've gotten the chance to make different types of content, or gotten the chance to experiment with making different types of content. I finally got around to making the summer vlog series that I've always dreamed of doing, as well as a Yule calendar series, both of which were amazing experiences, by the way. And of course, at the beginning of this year, I made a video on the Wheel of the Year, and then I proceeded to make one Sabbath celebration video per Sabbath throughout the entirety of this year, so that I could show you guys what I did to celebrate the Sabbats. As you can see, I've really loved making content this year. To be honest with you guys, it had really been a while since I'd managed to be this consistent in my content creation, and it just felt really good being back to my beloved channel and community here, even though My Pagan Life as a channel and as a community has changed so much over the years. And of course, nothing turned out 100% as I had expected, but you know, life happens. That's just how it is. I still feel like I really managed to accomplish a lot this year. So Maya, what's the deal then? To put it plainly, I've grown so much this year, and what I do here on the channel no longer aligns with my current life situation. So allow me to explain what I mean by this. So, first off, as most of you probably already know by now, probably most of you, ever since August of this year, my life has just changed drastically. I started a new study program, and my beloved puppy Yoko finally became a part of our family. With change comes both new opportunities and responsibilities, and I just had to put every hobby on hold for a while in order to get my new life together. And to be honest, guys, no matter how hard I've tried to make this work, it just doesn't feel as if though my pagan life has been a natural part of that transformation, or of that new life. Now, the other thing has quite simply got to do with my own personal understanding of my journey up until this point. I had barely turned 14 by the time I had become a believing and practicing Wiccan Witch, and shortly after that I made My Pagan Life in the hopes that I would be able to learn more about the world and the spirituality and myself. I would then go on to making content about my life as a pagan, gaining thousands of views and subscribers, as well as many a valuable life experience. I've had so much fun expressing my thoughts and creativity, and it's been really amazing to have the opportunity to explore my interests and to hone my skills. Over the past 5 years, I've seen people come and go. I've interacted with so many people from such different walks of life, learning and sharing as much as I possibly could on my part. Going through all this has quite honestly been very challenging, and yeah, it's even been painful at times. But then again, that's what life and growth and change is all about. After all, it's kind of like I've always said, and personally always believed. My Pagan Life is, and always has been, all about the journey. It's about my journey, your journey, and where they meet. I set out on a journey back then, not really able to imagine what was awaiting me, and honestly, I'm so glad I did. Because at the end of the day, this experience has made me who I am today, and for that, I am eternally grateful. But now it's time for me to accept the bittersweet truth that as much as I love this channel, and as much as it has meant to me over the past 5 years, I've started a new chapter in my life now, and I have to move on from a few things in order to advance in my own life, in order to move on. As you can probably already tell, this is very difficult for me to do, but I know it's the right choice for me right now, considering where I'm at in my life, and I really hope that you respect my decision. So Maya, what now then? And that's actually a good question. Let's lighten the mood a bit and allow me to clarify a few things. For those of you who are wondering, My Pagan Life is not being removed or shut down. Not at all. That's not the case. This channel is a testament to my development as both a content creator and a person, and I want it to be all out there for all the world to see. I've always wanted it to be that way, and that's kind of always been the entire point with this channel. However, right now, I'm taking a break. The kind of break where, moving forward, I will no longer make it a priority to be a dedicated content creator on this channel. And now, that doesn't mean I will abandon the channel completely, as I already hinted at. It simply means that I won't be uploading on a schedule. I may not be uploading anything at all. At least not in a while. And should I choose to upload anything at all, it will be on my own terms, completely, whenever I see fit and however I see fit. It's also worth mentioning that I may pop in every once in a while through other means, so if you stay subscribed to My Pagan Life, and if you keep following My Pagan Life on Instagram, you may be able to see me post a thing or two every once in a while. One thing I can already reveal, guys, is that I'm considering making a new channel sometime in the future. Now, granted, if I do, it'll be a channel about something completely different from what I've been doing here on My Pagan Life, something that aligns more with my current activities and interests, but you know, if I do end up making a channel like that, you guys will be the first to be notified of that, and you can continue following me there if you want to continue following my journey. No pressure though. I'm sorry, my battery pack was drained. That happens. Another thing I just quickly want to clarify is that I am still a pagan, Wiccan, and witch. Yeah, so there's nothing to worry about in that regard. In fact, I want to use this newfound opportunity to not only work on my own practice more and engage with that more, but to also engage with the community at large, like watching other witchy content creators or discussing with other like-minded individuals in different forums. Speaking of which, if you do have suggestions in regards to that, make sure to leave them all down in the comments below. I really want to know what you guys have to suggest, and if you do see me hanging around in some random comment section somewhere, do not hesitate to strike up a conversation with me there. Even though things will look differently moving forward, I hope our paths will continue to meet in the future. I am so grateful for all of you amazing people who have been watching me and supporting me always, no matter how long. You guys are the ones who have made this journey possible for me. And not just that, you've enriched my experience and made it that much more meaningful. I promise you, I will never forget what you've all done for me. And with all that said, guys, I wish you all the best for the future. May you all stay safe and happy. May you all continue being your wonderful, magical selves, and I can't wait to hear from you. This is kind of difficult, but let's do this. This has been Maya, aka Kitty Moon. Thank you so much for being here from the bottom of my heart. And until we meet again, everyone, blessed be from My Pagan Life.